Yes, good afternoon. This is Ngāpuhiwai Sports Hub in Christchurch, and we're here for round one of the 2020 NZRL Premiership. And we have a match coming up in just a moment between the Canterbury Bulls and the Counties Manukau Stingrays. Christchurch looking a picture today, if a little breezy. The temperatures in the mid-20s, so it's very pleasant for football. Glenn Lama's my name. And we've got Richie Barnett alongside, and isn't it great to have local footy back, Richie?
Certainly is. It's been a while, isn't it? Particularly for the Auckland region, it's been quite an unsettling period. But for the Canterbury side, they've played a game about 3 weeks ago, so I look forward to, I guess, what's on hand now. There's a lot of challenges for both sides, and I look forward to the game that keeps giving. This premiership has been fantastic.
It sure has, yes. Of course, the Fox Memorial was unable to be completed. It's the Auckland and Counties combined club competition, unable to be completed this year due to COVID-19. But of course, Canterbury did get through their full club season with the Linwood Kiers winning their 5th title in a row under their coach Andrew Almatangi, who of course is the Canterbury team. So let's have a look at the Counties Manukau Christchurch. They come to Christchurch with an interesting mix of ex-promising junior players and players, 4 players in fact, who have played in either the Queensland or the New South Wales Cup. Those 4 are fullback William Stowers, winger Alfred Smalley, and the centres Dredden McGee and Emiliano Mikhaili. Plenty of grunt in the pack as well, which is led by captain Jethro Friend, and the coach is Spencer Taplin.
How's the feeling amongst the squad for the side?
Oh, just keen. Like, there's a lot of boys still got a lot of footy in them, still want to play. It come to a halt, so just harnessing that and then just building up for this game. So, no, the boys are pretty keen to get back on the field, especially this day and age.
Experience always helps, and in the halves you've got an abundance with Drew and also with Jethro in the hooking role. Yeah,
I brought in a bit of experience around some youth, so real happy there. They'll guide us around the park.
Well, all the best today, Spencer.
No Cheers. Worries. And all the best to the women's too.
Awesome.
The Warriors. Thank you.
Yeah, the women's team cleaned up 66-0 over Canterbury. Great to see Frank Endicott here today. Of course, recently becoming a life member of the New Zealand Rugby League. I remember sending him a text saying, well done, Frank. He's really chuffed, and it's well-deserved, isn't it, for Frank Endicott?
Absolutely champion. And he coached the Northern Bulls too this year, so giving back to the community. And I think his son, the grandson, I think, played in the reserve grade as well. So.
Okay, yeah, the Northern Bulldogs got close to beating Linwood in that grand final, only losing by 6 points. But let's have a look at the Canterbury team, looking quite different to the one that finished runner-up last season. Nicholas Evans and Zach Riley are new and young players in the back line. In the pack, though, the captain is the experienced Alex Todd. He is back for yet another campaign. He was a New Zealand resident player in 2019, and really looking forward to seeing number 12, Kaius Fa'atili, in action again. Boy, he burst on the scene as a 17-year-old last year, and he's back from Queensland for this Canterbury team, and their coach is once again Andrew Almatangi.
20-year anniversary for the Bulls, Andrew, and a raft of new players coming through. Exciting times for the Bulls.
Yeah, no, we're pretty proud of how far the brand's come, and to welcome in 10 debutants today, it's something pretty special.
Speaking of new players coming through, new halves combination, some key players out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Zach and Aaron go in the halves. They've been doing some great work with Tiva Nerona, our captain from last year. So, yeah, it's exciting times for them.
So how's the preparation going in your eyes?
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed just with the energy, and, we've got a lot of youth there. So, bringing that energy is pretty easy, I guess, and hopefully they put their best foot forward today.
You were unlucky to win last year, but this year could be the Bulls' year.
You never know. I guess this is the start of, the campaign. So looking forward to the boys, getting a good head start.
I appreciate your time.
Cheers, Richie.
Yeah, well, Canterbury made a hot start last year, Richie, didn't they? I mean, they beat Akarana early, and that really set the tone for Canterbury's campaign later on in the season. And if they can get a win over Counties Manukau here today, who looks stronger, I must say, compared with last year, it'll be a very good result for them.
And this premiership really adds that the first game is so vitally important. You're up against Akarana, which is probably the top of the table, and they won the last 4 games, so it's very important that they get off to a good start.
So here come the two teams. Counties Manukau Stingrays to be captained by Jethro Friend, of course, famous last name in New Zealand Rugby League there, the son of Clayton Friend, who was a wonderful player during the 1980s. The great eras of New Zealand Rugby League, coached by Graham Lowe and other coaches as they came through. Ted Gordon springs to mind. And, of course, Canterbury coming out here. Anthony Elliott, the referee for today's clash.
Bit of wind coming from right to left on your screen. It was troubling for the kickers, or the catchers on the from heading right to left. Swirling wind.
And Canterbury will be playing with that wind in the first half. Very warm day here in Christchurch today. Complete contrast to when we were here 12 months ago for the finals day, which was more like -6. The counties will be very keen, as I said. Most of these guys haven't played for a month, Richie, because of the curtailing to the Fox Memorial season.
Certainly are. I mean, conditioning's so important. And if you look at the Canterbury Bulls, they've been in camp for about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Generally, they'd be in it for about 1 or 2 weeks. So the preparation's fantastic. They've probably got the legs against the Counties Manukau side.
So here we go. It's the start of the 2020 National Premiership. It's going to be Canterbury to kick it off through Nicholas Evans. And straight away, it's a dropped ball in the in-goal area, and it's been ruled to go backwards. So Counties lucky to get out of that one, Richie.
I just don't think you realise how quick that ball comes down with the wind. It's favouring the wind with the ball when they kick it off. So it's a pretty difficult kick to contain.
It sure is, and we saw in the women's game earlier that both balls were dropped at the start of the game, and now Counties come up to the 30-metre line. Friend slots into dummy half. Really interesting to see some of these players like Richard Holani, Nicholas Halahilo, the back rowers. How they go for Counties. Of course, Halahilo and Mikailu, who's in the centres today for Counties. Richie is so close to having a full season in the New South Wales Cup for the Warriors, only for COVID to absolutely ruin it. Wobbly old kick there from Counties to complete their set. Evans drops the ball. That's gone backwards.
It's gone backwards out of Canterbury.
So referee Elliott, interesting ruling there. The ball's gone backwards, but it's come off that Canterbury player Evans into touch. It's going to be Counties ball again.
Yeah, bit more pressure there. I think Smiley did a good job there to really pressure the kick. Got up in the face. 5 there. Applied the pressure on. Good work there from Counties Manukau.
So Counties got the scrum feed here inside the 40. Just have another look at it, and you'll see Evans.
When you're ready.
It's gone backwards out, so it is Counties ball. Good call by the ref. I think he got that spot on. Now Nati is going to feed a dangerous running centre there in Makaile. Here's Tauti. Tahu Leopards, number 12 here for Counties Manukau. Wesley Tauti, a Juniors Warriors player in 2014 and 2015. Friend. Gives it out to Todua Purcell. And that's been dropped, and Canterbury are going to get a scrum feed. Good defence, good shot coming in there. Looked like from Ethan Plaskett. The lock forward for Canterbury, spilling the ball from that Counties player.
Yeah, the Bulls did a good job there off the line, coming off the line and applying the pressure, and Jethro's just crafty around that ruck, bring the players onto the ball.
Down. Seconds in. When you're ready, half.
So Elliott is feeding the scrum. Defence coming in there from Mikaeli.
That's one. Make sure you get your foot to the ball, 3.
There's a good charge coming in from Tonga, number 10. He looks like he could be a handful for that Counties Manukau defence.
Up 19. Hold.
Work it away through Lynch. Riley feeds Todd. He's been a real workhorse for this team, hasn't he, Alex Todd, over the years?
He has. He's been a stalwart of the club. And of Linwood, of course, he's had a fantastic 3 MVPs in the last 3 years. Outstanding effort.
Yep. Fantastic player as Lynch struggles to get the clean ball, and he's milked a penalty quite nicely there.
He did. Richard Holani. Away there, he's a big man.
He is a big monster. Richard Holani. For a second campaign.
It's on the tap, boys.
So Justin Lynch, the Riccarton Knights player. Getting him mixed up with Fa'atili. There he is. Grown his hair this year.
12, up. Hold.
Shaved last year. Good to see Kais Fa'atili in the North Queensland system. Playing here. A lot of players coming back from Australia back to New Zealand after the first lockdown. Now this is good play from Canterbury as they swing it to Uasi. Uasi dangerous on that right flank. Nice move from that Canterbury back line. Good move on the fourth tackle. Playing with good pace, Tonga. Inside the 8. Early pressure here on the Counties Manukau Stingrays defence. Here's Riley. Not the tallest fella. That's a good kick. Oh, there's a try to Canterbury. Nicholas Evans with the perfect start there for the Bulls.
Fantastic work, Riley. Uasi's nice run on the right edge. They've come across and a little crafty kick from Riley. And picking it up on the left-hand side, Nicholas Evans takes the first try of the Canterbury Bulls.
Yeah, he's just 20 years of age. Plays for Horswell Hornets. Played 10 games for them this season. 4 tries in their campaign. Love the play here. The decisiveness from the halves from Five-Ash and then the kick from Riley sat up beautifully, didn't it?
He's taken the ball to the line and just a nicely weighted kick through there. Look at that, the number 5, the youngster, Nicholas Evans.
Yeah, well done to him. So 4 points to 0, and Uasi's got the tough conversion from the sideline. The fullback, top try scorer and point scorer in Canterbury club competition this season for Linwood, who defended their title.
Showed good toe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Injection on the line. Created some really good opportunities on that right edge.
Lovely crisp play, wasn't it? You touched on they were in camp for 5 weeks, Richie.
As we know, the combinations are so important. With the new halves pairing, it's vitally important they get time together.
Well, this will be some kick if it goes over. The wind is very unpredictable. It's strong and then it tails off. And he's curled that over superbly. So Uasi with great conversion in Canterbury. The hot start after 5 minutes.
Started well last year. I mean, it's their home ground. It's 20th anniversary for the club. Again, a delicate kick through. Winger was up. Had to stay up, and that was just a very well-weighted kick in these conditions too.
Yeah, and the pitch must be said is in superb condition. Although it's always in superb condition when we visit. So straight away, it's Counties with some scoreboard pressure against them. And that kick, Evans, the try scorer, is he going to get back into the field of play? He has just.
It is an enormous kick against the wind.
So Canterbury hard on defence as Todd brings it up to the 10. Tough yards here for the Bulls. After the kickoff. Good job of coming off their line here as Lynch feeds it out again. Chadadami half. He looks like he could be useful. Justin Lynch. Real stalwart of the Riccarton Knights club. He's played over 100 games for them. Lengthy kick there. Well, that's actually bounced kindly for Canterbury because that could have bounced dead and it would have been a restart at the 20. That's Smalley, Alfred Smalley, who's proving very hard to handle. What a run.
That's brilliant. Massive kick from Riley. The back three have to do a lot of work and just eyeing up the kicker too. Brilliant work.
Stowers is going to play 5 metres inside his own half. Keep your eye on Alfred Smalley, folks, the right winger here for Counties Manukau. 18 games last year for Blacktown in the New South Wales Cup. That's the feeder club to the Manly Sea Eagles as Olani creates havoc again for Canterbury. And away comes Tauti. It's still alive. His friend feeds it out. This is wonderful play. Samuel Nati, a former New Zealand secondary schools player, in the halves today for Counties Manukau. Wonderful set here for Counties. They've gone 90 metres just about. Now we've come to the last tackle. Friend gives it to Nati. Are they going to run it? They are going to run it. As Stowers comes into the line, they have an overlap if they can shift it. And here comes the try for Counties. Superb play as Sike goes in And what a tremendous try.
Well, Glenn, it started with the kick. The depth of kick against the wind really put them under the pump, Canterbury Bulls, but this was a nice reply.
You're doing a good job.
A nice shift right to left. A lot of decoy runners. Looked like a bit of a block play on the edge, drawing the players in. Great work here from the fullback, and a nice little tip on there, just in a matter of time, just seconds before the defender came across.
CK is only 18 years old. He's a monster. He played for New Zealand 18s last year against Samoa, scored a try in that game, and he's been playing for Otahu this season. And I don't know what they feed these young guys these days, Richie, but jeepers.
There's some big bodies there. It was just nice, again, execution from both the teams to get on the edge to score both tries.
Well, there's two giant wingers for counties in that game. In this game, here comes the conversion attempt, also from the sideline, and that one is waved away. So 6 points to 4. Game on here early in this contest.
So we'll just hand signals.
And again, the defence of the Bulls coming up. Just see there, Vincent Paul. He came in flat-footed, just came in probably a bit too far, and is exposed a bit there on the right edge.
Well, we've had two terrific tries in the first 10 minutes. Fingers crossed we get this for the rest of the game. We're going to be in for a humdinger.
Absolutely, and I guess when you haven't played for a while too, it's that timing and that decision-making on the edge which really makes a big difference.
So it's going to set up. Here comes Holani again.
Up now!
3 Canterbury tacklers, Todd in there. Also Plaskett, who's featured strongly in defence early in this game.
11!
Again, Rick running from the county's halves. Radich was that time.
Up now! Oh, no, that's
Freeing the captain. Kuya. Second campaign for him. Debuted for counties last year. Lani. Stow was up on the line. William Stow's very experienced player. And he's through. Stowers. Oh, yes. Well, that's going to make his show real. What a try from William Stowers, the veteran. Counties take the lead.
The veteran showed a good burst of speed there, chiming in, hovering around the ball. Great work again from Jethro, orchestrating their attack. Tip on the right edge. And again, as all good fullbacks do, they're always around that ball, hovering around.
Speak for yourself, Richie.
Look at this, Huani again, nice little tip on. Acceleration here, nice Tedesco-like. Oh, fantastic effort. Back-to-back tries. Counties Manukau.
Well, very different try to the first one, but gee whiz, Stowers. Probably reach an age when you keep playing, Richie, that you wonder if you can do those things. Keep doing those things. Well, we can.
He's got great agility.
Yeah.
Change of direction.
So Radich, after missing the first one, kicking into the wind, and he's going to guide that one through. So counties, Manukau Stingrays go out to 10-6. 3 tries in the first 12 minutes.
Making it look pretty easy around the ruck, don't they? Comes Manukau's side, just paving the way, shifting the ball. There's a lot of creativity around the ruck. Look at that. It's been a while.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Well, yeah, you'd be off the dial with excitement, having not played for a month in the Auckland region. Of course, it's just great having some local rugby league, isn't it, Richie? I mean, it was threatening to curtail the season earlier, and there is complete indecision there. It's like being at the bar. You pay. No, I'll pay. No, you pay. Who's going to pay?
You know, you got to own that right space, you know, as a winger. From Smiley.
course, while you're discussing who's paying, someone else has gone and just nicked your drinks. So line dropout.
Seen a lot of players do that. I think Eon Crossing was the best at it, actually.
Eon Cross. He's going back. Tonga sets it up. Of course, that was a blessing for Canterbury there because they hadn't seen a set. They hadn't had a set for a while. Ilalio, one of the New Zealand resident players from last year, gets his hands on the ball as Plaskin. First receiver that time to Riley. Here's Fa'atili. Her first chance to run at the line, the youngster. Kaius Fa'atili. Lynch slots back into dummy half. Riley, who's made a strong contribution early in this game. Todd. Nice angle run. Good tackle coming in, though, from Wesley Tauti. Riley. 5-ash. Cameron Godfrey right in front of the posts. On to the last play they come, the Canterbury Bulls team, and it's 5-ash with the kick, but it's just dribbled too long in the breeze. We're back to the 20.
Well, they're working extremely well, Riley and 5-ash. I think they've really combined well, and you look at Riley, he's really orchestrating and managing the team around the paddock. He's done a great job considering they're a new partnership.
It's good to see, isn't it? Good young players given a chance. I've liked the look of Riley early in particular in this match. Stingrays come off their line again. That was McGee with the ball, the centre. Looks like Tommy is struggling with a leg injury. Jethro framed straight up the middle. Oh, he's had it stolen out of his hands by Lynch. Good play there. What's the referee going to rule here? Is a loose carry? Going to be Canterbury feed.
Just making a tackle, boys. First one here, and he's come in from an offside position. There we are.
It's going to be a Canterbury feed. I think he's made the right call there, Richie.
Yeah, I think he did. He's so crafty, isn't he, Jethro? Markers are away. Noticed it straight onto the ball, straight through the middle.
Okay, boys, let's get the scrum down, eh?
In the meantime, Tongatonga's come
Where's
off
our
the
prop,
field,
fellas?
the starting prop. And it looks like Patu Vainga'au is coming on for
Got to get someone else
Canterbury.
in there, boys.
So it's a bit of a blow. Tonga, a couple of big hit-ups early in the match.
Seconds in. Right!
Lost one of their big bodies in the centre.
4!
Eddie Paul it is. Playing the ball on is 30. Ilalio. Good season last year. Hopefully he can replicate that this season. And he's earned himself a penalty there.
Scored plenty of tries.
You all right, mate?
Counties Manukau Fuse just getting a little bit too keen on that occasion. Benedito Ilalio. And in last year's grand final against Samoa, of course, last year as well. Let's see what here. Site. Yeah, pressure on the neck there. Yep. So that's
Very
a bit of a
difficult to
crusher
adjudicate,
tackle there,
isn't it?
wasn't it, by Site?
They weren't deliberately holding him up
No.
and then coming down, so
Thanks, Chase.
Two tries to one it is. Just reminding you too, the Counties Manukau Stingray women's team 66-0 over Canterbury women's team in the earlier match. Plaskin. Slowed to play the ball down nicely there as Riley handles. Here comes Todd. Tackle by Tout. He was shown out quite nicely early on in this contest. Now, bench player on there, Patu Vainga'au, 21 years of age. Warriors jersey flag player in 2018 as well. As Riley's not shy, is he? On taking the line on, despite being the smallest player on the field. Fast play the ball. Lynch keeps it on the short side to Fa'atili with the kick. And again, that's a touch too strong as well.
Nice play. Blindside play again. Nice little touch there. Guys. A lot of skill, isn't he?
Just shows you though, doesn't it? Those kicks have got to be spot on. Really do. Nutty at dummy half. Here's McGee.
Slight.
Well, he was going to have a big year at Wynnum Manly over in Queensland, and unfortunately, the Intrust Super Cup ended when COVID hit, and he's back in New Zealand as well now. Up comes Paulo. Jacob Paulo, the front rower. Former Otahu College player with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. They were teammates back in 2011. Here comes Nati. In fact, it's Radic. And he's making meters up the middle quite nicely so far, Richie.
We're certainly utilising that, Jethro.
Here's the last. Oh, not a good kick, and Uasi's cleaned that up one rather easily.
Just hold it there, boys.
Theodore Purcell is on.
Can you just hold the mark there, Jace?
So referee Elliott just pausing proceedings as one of the Canterbury players receives attention. Lynch, and I don't think Canterbury would be keen on losing Justin Lynch, the experienced hooker. Go-getter. As I touched on earlier, he's played over 100 club games for Riccarton in a 10-year career for them. Canterbury get the opportunity to come off their line after that kick ended up in the hands of Uasi. Connor Todua Purcell is out there now, wearing 10 for Counties Manukau. Big man. Ooh. The Lynch's almost lost the ball. And here comes Patu Vaingao again. Lynch. Plaskett. Skips past one. Good run from Ethan Plaskett. Here's the last play. Riley probably was looking for a little bit more depth on that one. McGee's got it.
Very good option, actually, when you're about 40 or 50 out. Just hover the ball up. So much wind and risk fullback. Certainly wouldn't want to be the fullback on that side.
That's a good charge here. Counties Manukau on the front foot. Samuel Nati. Fast play the ball. And they're away again through Smalley. Dangerous runner is Alfred Smalley. 12 metres out. Counties Manukau looking to extend their lead. As Nati handles. Radic. As he lost that, that'll just be a loose carry. And that's unfortunate for Drew Radic.
It's going to be a scrum down. Canterbury 3.
A little bit messy. Radic coming onto the ball. The fence came up and he's just tried to angle himself back in there. Again, hand around the ball, forcing a...
Seconds in, just wait half, stand square to scrum. 6.
Hold fellas. Go, line speed up, putting pressure on. It's good work there from number 11, Cameron Godfrey.
Up now! That's 1.
Canterbury looks to fast play the balls as Paul comes away. Good, strong hit on Vinnie Paul. That was CK again. Todd.
9, 30!
Captain plays it just outside his own 30. Here's Fa'atili.
17! Up!
If he can replicate last year's form, Fa'atili will be in for a treat this year. Here's Lynch. Through a tough period as Riley. Gives it to 5 Ash. That's a better kick, that one, isn't it? Stowers came forward nicely, though, and took it strongly.
11, up! Hold! Right side!
offside play, and Canterbury have been penalised.
Pretty happy with 10 points to 6 at the moment. We've got a incredible, probably 25 knot wind.
Yeah, it's very strong, isn't
Pretty
it?
happy with that. And that did
Oh,
not go.
boy. Oh, and it's been taken by Ilalio. There.
Shows you the wind, isn't it? Again.
Yeah, and that's kicking right into the teeth of it. So the wind's not coming directly down the ground. It's coming across as Paul's got to team another penalty here, and Canterbury could get a bit of a roll on here. Back-to-back penalties. Got to take a tap here. So Lynch is off, and Clayton Waikato is on now for Canterbury. He's on debut, so congratulations to him.
When you're ready.
It's always a big moment when you can reward debuting players.
All the way, right side.
He is slotting into dummy half as Todd. Solid contact on the big fella, Paku Vaingao. He's a handful. As Tauti wrestles him to the deck.
Go, that's 2.
Riley on the short side. Uasi, well read by the Counties Monaco defence that time. Really good tackle by McGee. Here goes Waikato. Todd.
Up now.
Just a couple of metres out.
Go, that's 4.
Waikato goes from dummy half. Not a bad option, but he's just short. Last play now for the Canterbury Bulls. Bounces kindly for 5 Ash. There's the kick. Being gathered by Canterbury. Yes! Looked like Vinnie Paul went over. Bit lucky, maybe, you could argue there for Canterbury. But the bounce of the rugby ball favours the home team.
Well, pretty impressed with Waikato coming on. Pretty confident, confident play.
Thanks, buddy.
Couple of chances. Tried to go from dummy half to score the try, but it just shows he's a very confident player. Nice little kick again.
Well, it's all about creating uncertainty, isn't it?
Absolutely. They're running on the ball, and again, a nice delicate kick. Just got to be in to win, don't you? You've got to be around that ball.
Sure do, and the ricochet favoured the home team, so they've locked it up again. Vinnie Paul. He's been in this team for a while now. I remember him playing on the wing. He actually played in the 2014 grand final, so that's going back a while. He took some time out. Went to Australia for a little while. Yeah. Yep. Went to Australia for a little while, but he's back in town and has been so for some years now. Mapu Uasi. Fantastic conversion from the sideline. And who knows with the tight scoreline how important goal kicking becomes, Richie.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very sharp kicker.
Well, this one's much more gettable than his first one. Shouldn't have any problem with that one. And he hasn't. 12 points to 10. So topsy-turvy game here. The home team back in front with 13, just under 14 minutes to play until half-time.
It's really about territory at the moment, isn't it? Ball in hand. Both are capable of scoring points. Again, opportunistic try. Celebration from the right side. Desperately needed.
Stowers gets things underway again, and it's Zach Riley. I'm impressed with this man's ball carrying off the bench, Richie. He's been excellent so far. Paku Vaingao.
He's got the mullet like Tawana Nico, isn't it?
Yes, hasn't he?
Reminds me very much like him.
That's Plaskett being taken to ground on his own 20. Charging tackle there from Masanga for rather Tongia for Counties.
Joe there. There's Todd.
He's very reliable, isn't he? Looks like the Canterbury ball's going to run it. Faratelli, can he create some space here? It's been tipped. Might have gone forward from Counties, it has. Good to see Canterbury attacking from deep inside their own territory.
I like that play. I think Caius on that left edge, just give him a bit of space and time and just run off him. There's plenty of options around him if they can just isolate and get him on the edge. As the the offload will certainly be on hand every time he gets that ball.
Fartelli just a little unlucky here. And in fact, it was McGee who got his hand in the way, and who knows, Richie, if that had found a Canterbury hand.
When you're ready, half.
I think it's always a good option to attack when you're 30 out and you've Tafu hits the line. Yeah, and you've got a couple of tackles up, so you get a crack. It's Waikato at dummy half again. 5-ash. Here's Godfrey. The Bulldogs player. 11 games this season for the Bulldogs, big finalists. 6 tries he scored. Here's Riley. Oh, he's just lost the ball. It's unlucky there for Patu Vainga-Ao. And
No advantage, guys. Lost 4 back here.
he's just going to come back to a scrum.
Just want to build pressure there. Yeah, he's really disappointed with himself. Probably got excited there at stage, just offload. What happens when you're young coming through, isn't it? You just get excited. Blood rushes and opportunities arise. And just
Last minute in the binding.
Just got to hold
When you're
it.
ready, half.
Pressure.
So Nati feeds the scrum. Radic. Kylie.
Resistant. Sideline.
Hold. Go. That's one. Play on. 14. Release. All the way. Hold.
County's come away again. Waikato's really throwing himself into the game, isn't he? An impressive number 14 for Canterbury. The interchange. Here's a good little burst up the middle from Toai. Oh, and he's created space for the big fella. Toru Purcell.
All the way.
Spencer Taplin really rotating his bench around nicely as Radic comes out to Stowers. Here's Mikaele. Offloads to Stowers. Good play from Counties Manukau. This will be the last play. Come to the right for a crossfield kick. Here it comes. Right kick to for McGee. Oh, taken by Evans. Evans has got space. Well done from Nicholas Evans.
It was a well-positioned kick. He's come up with a two-handed take.
Yeah, it was 50-50 call that one, wasn't it?
Real confidence booster, that one.
Plasker.
That's strong.
Defence coming in that time from
That's strong.
Toru Purcell. Also,
That's 3.
Tongia. Jersey flag player for the Warriors last year. Several good young players in this county's team. Here's Waikato going straight from dummy half. He's pinched 15 metres. Good run from the man on debut. Fast play the ball too is Riley. Boys high. Hopes the wind can take it to an awkward spot. Smalley took it nicely. And Fartelli's up there. Evans too.
Hard man to handle. He's big and strong.
Is he what? McGee. Almost cut in half there by Cameron Godfrey for Canterbury. Good to see them throwing themselves in there. Canterbury Bulls hoping they can earn an error out of this Counties team and get the ball back inside, deep inside Counties half is Radic. Here's Mikaele. He's been solid in that left centre position so far. Very dependable so far. 8 minutes out from half-time. That's Toai sneaking through. Now, did that go forward? Referee says it's gone back. Counties retain possession with 1 tackle left in the set. Stowers. Wobbly old kick that one. Evans secure under that one. Here comes Nicholas Evans.
6. Stand. Hold.
Toai's having a chance in his arm a bit, isn't it, around the ruck? Lifting that tempo.
Here's Tafua. Didn't play for the Bulls last season, but did so in 2018. Ilalio.
Play on. 19. Marcus are fine.
Here he goes, Ilalio. Big man with plenty of pace. Ilalio, what a run! Oh, superb. Now he needs to get to his feet. Options left and right here. Poor pass, but Fartelli Well, he did well to gather it. Kaius Fa'atili. Now the last. Bit unfortunate that pass didn't get to hand. Momentum loser there for the Canterbury Bulls, and Riley, well, that's a shocker.
Oh, that is a terrible end to a set. Fantastic run.
Rush of blood to the head, maybe.
Lalio.
It's like he was going for goal in an AFL match there, Richie.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was coming to the left was the right idea. They were actually landed on the right-hand side with so many players. I think they went to the go-to player. Kaius.
Here goes Smalley again. Bounces out of the tackle there of Fiala for Canterbury. Eventually brought to ground by Afamasanga. Here's McGee again. Centre's been good for counties. McGee and Kylie. Twai. Good short ball there. Oh, it's been snaffled by Godfrey from Canterbury. And they're back in possession, the home team. I think the adventure from counties, though, was good.
Yeah, they're pushing it probably a bit too much, but I love the promoting the ball. Just probably a fraction off.
It's been spilled there by Famasanga, and it was a tough one for him to take, wasn't it?
I like the creativity.
Here's this great run from Ulaleo again.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And he's still carried on. Stow was trying to grab him. Players in motion. They come to the left. I thought the option may be the right. We'll shift to the middle.
Yeah, he's been a very good player for the Canterbury Bulls for a fair few seasons now. Here's McGee. McGee. It's a good play from him. Smalley comes back in the field again.
Is it 1,000 tackle bust, I'm sure.
It's Twai. Comes away for counties. Now they'll settle it in. Twai's always been hard to inject himself into the game. Here he is with his hands on the ball here, the former Junior Warriors player. He's a good young prospect, and he's kept the ball alive for his team. It's been kept alive by Radic. Needed to go left there. Twai is going to come back to the right. There's a chance for counties. And going in to score is Samuel Nutty, Monaco Magpies player. And it's a good try for Nutty. And counties go back into the lead.
Well, a nice little play there. You can see the ball stretched out to the right-hand side. Kaius, the back rower for the ball. Ball's coming in off the line. Presented an opportunity for Nati to get that try. Shake to the left, to the right. A nice little out ball here. See Kaius coming in. Easy try.
Yeah, that defence just dropped in intensity just a fraction, didn't it? And that's all the counties Monaco Stingrays needed. Nati goes in. New Zealand secondary schools player back in 2017, so still a young man. 21 years old, and still hoping that something may open up for him in his rugby league career. Here's Drew Radic. 1 from 2 so far. Kick this one for counties. And he's guided that one through nicely. So 16 points to 12. It's been an excellent game of rugby league so far. Hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget, we'll be back with more rugby league tomorrow from Bruce Pullman Park in Takanini. We'll see Akarana play Waikato, and we'll see Akarana play Mid-Central in the women's competition. It's going to be the women's game first tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And then the Akarana men's team is going to be in action, the defending champions. Here comes a charge back. And Riley's in there mixing it up. the smallest player on the field. These big, strong, athletic counties players. Oh, hard charging, aren't they? Nice and fit. That was Tongia coming back with a bit of interest that time. Tuai. It's been excellent since coming on, hasn't he? Now, this Canterbury defence, their line speed has just dropped off a little bit, Richie.
They certainly have this play in the ruck just a little bit off.
Counties are looking to take advantage. They would love one more try before half-time in these last couple of minutes. Tuai. Still 2 more tackles left in the set. Canterbury desperately needs slow to create slow play the balls here. Counties have got a big roll on at the moment as Radic. That one will hold up in the breeze. Hilalio, did that go forward off a Counties player? It's going to be the ruling here from the referee. Play on. How did you all say stay in the field and play there? These are hard yards here for the Canterbury Bulls. 5-15. CK and Tuai in there making the tackle. There's Waikato. He's only made a couple of metres.
He passed it as I called out. You're going to play the ball there. Just wait.
Play the ball.
Time's off.
Canterbury a little unlucky not to get a penalty there, Richie. Perhaps.
Wow.
Fifth and final, 17.
Masanga is not going anywhere in a great hurry. Riley will lead big distance with this kick. Well, they survived. It wasn't pretty from Canterbury. 30 seconds left in this first half.
Here we are, all the way.
Nutty at dummy half, Radic. Counties are still sensing something though as Mikhaili almost gets through.
3, relax. That's 2.
CK comes into play dummy half. Radic.
Up now, 30.
This will be the last play of the half. Tuai.
You need to make the 10, mate.
Counties are going to spin it, are they? Here comes Halahilo. In fact, that was Tauti. He's back out there. Nutty is going to be held in the tackle. So Canterbury did well in those last couple of minutes. I think the half-time hooter couldn't have come quicker for Canterbury as they favoured a little bit in that first half. Entertaining half of rugby league. It's 16-12 to Counties.
Finals footy.
Ponga! He's going to cap off an amazing night. Oh, look at the smile on his face. How about this young man? What a future.
I ain't buying what you're selling. Forget you stepping in the waste my time. Don't come around with BS, or else I'm gonna have to show you my state of mind.
The first week of Finals footy continues tonight with Raiders Sharks. And tomorrow, Rabbitohs Knights. Live Sky Sport 4. Coverage brought to you by Bunnings Warehouse.
She's done it. A simply astonishing achievement. And after the drama of yesterday, we've got drama today. Glory, glory, Rafael Nadal.
Knows when to hold him, knows when to fold him, knows when to walk and to run. For a taste of your whiskey.
I've read a lot of faces. Gotta be able to walk away from it. Thanks for the advice.
We lost a country icon. In tribute, Jones deals all 5 high-stakes Wisdons.
He knows what the odds are.
For the first time. Tonight, the Gambler Series. Only on Jones.
Would you be willing to talk about the day your mum went missing?
Amongst the chaos lies the truth.
I think you need to stop sleuthing.
So you mean trust no one? Professor Gordon, the body in the mook's my mum.
You've dragged this whole thing up!
Someone is hiding something. I don't care how close they are to me. Bring it on.
The New Zealand premiere, Traces. Mondays 9:30 on UK TV.
It's one of the coolest feelings in the world to to uncover a bone that is 65 million years old, and you're the first to ever lay eyes on it. We're talking pretty serious dollars. Let's find some bones!
Dino Hunters. Thursdays 8:30 on Discovery. The Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 returns October 15, Sky Sport.
Way here in Christchurch. Sorry about that, folks. It's 16 points to 12 here at halftime in the first game of the 2020 NZRL Premiership. Counties leading 4 changes in the, or lead changes in the first half. So it's been a very competitive match. Canterbury's fitness just faded a little bit in the last couple of minutes of the first half, Richie, as we look at the first try of the game, which was scored by the winger Nicholas Evans.
And Riley, just a nice delicate kick here in the first half. So early on the game, the winger had to stay up, but it was nice work from Nicholas to come through and score that try.
Yeah, and that was converted in very tricky wind conditions by Uasi. So that gave Counties a 6-0 deficit. So Canterbury out to a 6-0 lead, but then they struck back Counties with back-to-back tries to CK and Stowers and took the lead. And then we saw Vinnie Paul retake the lead for Canterbury, and then this one to Nati gave Counties the lead again, Richie.
Yeah, Kaius there coming in off the line, and Nati just able to get it, use his speed with the out ball to score the last try of the match. 16-12 the first half.
Yeah, it's been an interesting half, pretty even, but I think one of the features, Richie, has been that the last 5 minutes of the first half, Canterbury just their intensity dropped, and Counties, I think, superior, what looked like superior fitness came through.
I thought they moved the ball in that middle third nicely. I think they're making gains in the back end of that second quarter, and I think they're starting to tie them down a bit more. I think Counties are probably on the ball a bit more than the Bulls. I think they're wrestling a lot and keeping them down a lot longer, and I think it's working well for them.
All right, so there we are. It is 3 tries to 2 so far in this game. Don't forget, at the conclusion of this match, stay with us on Sky Sport 4, because we have the start of the NRL Women's Premiership, and the Warriors are going to be playing the Broncos at 6 o'clock. And don't forget tomorrow's 2 games in the Sky Sport Women's National Premiership, Akarana Mid-Central, at 2 o'clock here on Sky Sport 4, and then we'll follow that with our first look at the defending champions of the Men's Premiership, Akarana, and they're going to be playing Waikato. That's on Sky Sport 8 at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Stay with us. We'll be back for the second half of this match here from Christchurch in just a moment.
Eight teams, 2-point super goals, 1 thrilling Aussie comp.
This is the moment of the match.
An extraordinary performance. Oh my goodness me. Everyone on their feet.
Suncorp Super Netball, live on Sky Sport 3.
Everyone on the edge of their seat.
He smashed it. He smashes it out of the park. This is sensational from Ben Stokes.
He did it. He did it for 6. He's putting on a show. There's Virat Kohli. Oh, magnificent stuff this. Can you believe it? It's all about drama.
This is the stage for nature's most dazzlingly beautiful spectacles. With the audience assembled, the show can begin. The only place to see the full majesty of nature. Wildlife thrives on Earth.
To coincide with World Animal Day, BBC Earth presents a week of groundbreaking documentaries.
From the edge of the Sahara to Antarctica, we have got closer and in more detail than we've ever tried to do before.
Animal Week starts Sunday from 6 on BBC Earth.
U.S. Marshal Dick Wickware, in pursuit of 2 cons, escaped the night previous from Our Lady of Regret Women's Prison. Where's your aunt?
You still think the slaughterhouse was the right place?
Oh, yeah. You can raise the odds. Who are you?
This will refresh your memory.
Get out of my chair.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the boss.
We got business.
We do this, it's war.
Lexus presents Fargo, Tuesday, Soho.
On the tee, Brendan McCullum.
Look out.
Mr. Philip Tufnell.
This could go anywhere.
Oh.
Get one on the red flag, you'll get a good $10,000 cash.
That's the one.
Oh! They'll take in the scenery.
Look at this, mate.
God's country, brother.
Learn about kayaking.
They only burn the real estate section and the car sales.
And lose it completely.
Ah!
Wednesday, This Could Go Anywhere continues. Prime.
The cat and mouse game has commenced.
The La Vuelta leader's jersey is like a red rag to these Bulls.
Unbelievable.
Who will conquer Spain's Grand Tour in the riding of the Bulls?
Defies the odds. What a finish. Yes, is something extraordinary.
La Vuelta returns October 21st, live Sky Sport.
Hello again here from the Puniwai here in Christchurch, the home of rugby league in the Canterbury region. And we're enjoying the first game of the New Zealand Rugby League Premiership for 2020. Counties Manukau Stingrays leading 16 points to 12. 3 tries to 2 it is. CK, the winger, Stowers, the fullback, and Nutty, the 5'8", have gone over for Counties. 2 of those tries have been converted by Drew Radich, the halfback. Canterbury's try scorers Nicholas Evans and the winger Vinnie Paul, the centre, both converted by Mapu Uasi. That's where we are at the moment. It's going to be Counties who are going to be playing with the wind in the second half. It's glorious here, nice and warm, but we do have that rather warm nor'wester blowing, Richie Barnett, which is going to favour, as I touched on, Counties in this second half.
Very favourable wind. I like the interchange from Jethro Friend to Penahidal. Came on, created really good options and opportunities. Bit of work there for the back 3 of the Bulls with this wind.
Yeah, it's great to have 2 dummy halves of good ability in your team. Jethro Friend obviously been a good player for a long time, and how good was Penahudo Toai, on in the second half, or in the latter half rather of that first half. He was excellent off the bench for Counties. Radich is going to be back out there to start the second half, as Counties look to preserve this 4-point lead. Halftime came at a good time, I think, for the Canterbury Bulls. They just seemed to tire a little bit in that first half, but 10 minutes in the sheds. Lovely take there from Riley. I just wondered whether that was going to be 4 out of 4 where the ball dropped the kickoff in these 2 games today. Riley did well.
It's interesting he actually kicked to the right. The wind's favouring, right to left.
It's true. It's a very good point. So Canterbury coming away. It's a good run from Waikato.
Up now. Oh, go. That's 3.
Riley slots into dummy half.
20. 20, up.
Fiala, 10 metres inside his own half. That's Plaskett in possession now for Canterbury. 5 metres inside his own half. This is the last play. So the defensive set here from Counties is 5 hours kicks downfield. It's taken nicely by the big winger, Sike, who's already got 1 try, the 18-year-old monster.
Up now, 30.
Friend. Godfrey tries to go in for a big shot. Came off second best there, Cameron Godfrey. On McKaylee.
60. Locking a marker, hold.
Paulo it is. Not the biggest front rower, is he? Here's Purcell, Toto Purcell.
14, up. That's 4.
He's making good meters here. Radic. Radic is through. Good grasping tackle, but he managed to look for an offload, and Canterbury did well there to come up the ball, Richie.
Yeah, I like the play from Radic. Taking on Godfrey, Cameron Godfrey. He's done a lot of work in defence. Tireless worker, but he just lacked that agility.
Leo comes off the wing to help out his front row teammates. Waikato again as Plaskett hit hard in the centre of the field.
Stand 12. Hold. Hold. Go. That's 4.
Riley. He's again. He's creating a bit of havoc out on that left edge. Patu Vainga'au. Riley, not much distance on that kick. It goes back to Sike again. Instead, will start 15 metres inside. Counts his half. There's McKaylee.
17, release.
Hard luck for him earlier on in the year. McKaylee here in the headgear. He was set for a big season in the New South Wales Cup team for the Warriors. Went over to Newcastle for round 1 in March, Richie. Played 9 minutes off the interchange, and then the season was cancelled.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult season for most of the players. See here, injury. Godfrey's a worker, isn't he?
Godfrey is the player down,
his
isn't he?
sleeves up. He doesn't shirk any.
Been battling a little bit, Cameron Godfrey, in the last couple of minutes. Cameron Godfrey, the back rower, Northern Bulldogs player in 2020. 11 games in this year's competition, 6 tries. Just come off second best against McKaylee there. And he landed awkwardly. He clutched his knee or his ankle or something. That's not a good sign when you can't put weight on your leg.
No. Certainly one noticeable option in the second half is the kicking game. Distance. Struggling to get that distance. Riley.
Well, Godfrey is off. Tonga Tonga, who himself was injured earlier on, is back on the field now for
Here we are, boys. Here's the 10 here, boys.
Bulls.
Here we are here, boys. That's 2.
So straight back into it. Oh dear. A bit dramatic from Waikato, but wasn't ruled high off the run there from Halehelilo.
10, 17, up. 4.
Here goes Friend. Out of dummy half. And there's penalty. So Friend, that was smart play from
Very
them.
smart.
Marker not square. Counties get the penalty, and it's in a kickable position as well. They're only 4 points ahead, so I think they'll continue to go for the try.
Absolutely. Build the pressure. Good hands, good speed here. They can feel opportunity here.
14, 10, up. Hold, hold, go. That's 1.
Halehelilo plays the ball again. In fact, that was Tongia with that run for Counties Manukau.
19, release. Here we are. Here we are.
Tauti for Counties. Now they've got to cook something up here. Stowers is in the line. Ooh, that might just lose the momentum, but no, they keep it alive through Radic. Radic desperately trying to get to his feet to play the ball quickly. Fring stays to the short side for Mikaele. Mikaele! There he is, Emiliano Mikaele, the Warriors New South Wales Cup player from earlier on this year, has gone over and scored the try, which extends Counties' lead.
Well, they're short on the right-hand side, the Bulls. And Jethro eyed the situation up on the blind side. And I thought Mikaele was just a little bit inside the player. He needed to be on the outside, but it worked for him anyway. He had the brute strength to get through. Short side plays are starting to work for both teams here.
And Mikaele and Tahoe Leopard played in the 2018 grand final for the Counties Manukau Stingrays. Scored a try in that game, but they did lose that one. But it's good to see Mikaele in there and competing. Did well to finish this, Richie.
See, Radic goes in, draws two players. There's three right in the ruck there now. And there you go. He identified he should be on the right-hand side. The first A defender. 3-on-2, really. It made it look difficult. He was able to get through.
So Radic with the conversion attempt. Oh, that's beautifully judged. Wonderful kick there from Drew Radic. And goal kicking is proving good for Counties Manukau, as Radic has now converted 3 tries of the 4 they've scored the last 3 in a row, 22-12. Well, Canterbury were leading 12 points to 10, so that's 12 unanswered points. 2 back-to-back tries, converted tries, and here's a good look at Mikaele. Good determination.
Yeah, nice step. His left foot against the grain of the defence. 10 points with the wind behind you. Pretty favourable. See the distance. Quite different when you saw Stowers kicking the ball. He was kicking it right to the in goal.
Excellent run coming forward here from Felipe Vaiafisi. Good return of the football now. Toru Purcell. He can prove a real handful to bring to deck. Friend, all of a sudden Counties have really lifted the intensity. Good tackling though, that has stopped that momentum in its tracks. Good tackling there from Canterbury, needed to happen. Radic fires it off to Vaiafisi, his second run in this set. Friend again, snipes from dummy half, look out Radic. Good tackle, drops there to Afamasanga. It was a tackle that needed to be made as Stowers try to guide that ball down. Tilly's dropped the ball, but it's gone backwards, and Evans has scooped it up for Canterbury. Uasi.
17 up!
Hard yards into the wind, isn't it, Richie?
It's hard
Canterbury.
yards.
That's
It's
a
a
welcome
psychological
penalty.
battle.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a welcome penalty.
Counties are using the wind nicely at the moment. Keeping the Canterbury Bulls pinned for these first 7 minutes in their half. Interesting, they didn't kick for touch. Not sure about that. Well, they did miss that kick earlier, didn't they?
Pick it up here, the Bulls. They've got to find some energy. A bit laboured here.
Waikato is down the short side of 5 Ash. Vaiafisi with the tackle. Here goes Waikato. Tongo. He's lost it. That will be a loose carry. It's going to start the set right on the halfway line. It's a good field position here for Counties.
Great field position. You know, a mistake that should not happen. And they're working their way back into that game. A nice penalty too, to assist. Really good opportunity for the Bulls to strike.
Let's go, Tom. Seconds in. This way, half.
Ngati. Ngati. Now, has he got support? Samuel Ngati, does he need support? He's not held. It's play on. Oh, he scored. Ngati with a great try. Individual brilliance, his second of the afternoon, and that really kicks counties clear.
Well, a mistake from the Bulls, right on the halfway mark. And they're converting opportunities, aren't they? Counties Manukau. Ngati scoring in the first half. Gets his second in the second half with an outstanding effort. In good shape here, off the scrum. Look at this. That is dreadful defence from the Bulls. Should never have gone through there. Showed a bit of toe here. Evans coming through, just defensively. Just looks too easy.
Sure did.
Just dropping off, aren't they, the Bulls?
Yeah, they've dropped and they're making them pay. That's the thing. So excellent work there from Ngati. This Counties Manukau team look like they are nicely sharp and primed, and good to see Blake Ashford contributing as well.
Yes.
Well, the former Warriors player, assistant coach here, trainer for the Counties Manukau team out there in the yellow top. Get a shot of him again in just a moment as Radic lines up this conversion attempt. And he's nailed that one too. He's got his kicking boots on. Here's Drew Radic this afternoon. Absolutely superb display of goal kicking. That's 4 from 5 for him. 28-12. Happy days for Blake Ashford. He looks a little bit like Richie McCaw.
He does too. Well, a lot of IQ there, isn't it? Particularly in the centre position. But Ngati again, just slicing through the defence. No reason why he would have got through there. The defence was poor. Sal coming through. Big body. Winning the ruck at the moment.
And he's earned a penalty too. Things not going well here for Canterbury. They can't get the ball in decent field position at the moment. And conceding penalties like that just makes it doubly difficult.
They really do need to have a call of some type to really push that ball. They need to lift that energy.
Just wondering if that one copped our cameraman up there. Mark Owers on the head. There's Mackay again, who has proved difficult to tackle, 35 metres out. Ongia, or rather Paulo, it is. Counties with these relentless, athletic, big ball runners in their team, looking to really put this game to bed. They come again, these Stingrays. Ongia plays the ball. There's a little kick through, and it's been gathered by Evans just for Canterbury.
Well, Evans is great on their left edge for the Bulls. Swallowing up the ball, get involved. Nice, having a good run there. That's good metres.
20, up! Hold. That's 3.
Yeah, it was a good run. It needed to be good too, didn't it? Fiala, Canterbury, Chanel Fiala, on debut today.
11.
There's Waikato. Afamasanga.
5th and final.
Smith is working nicely around.
Go.
Yeah, they're going really good, aren't they? Here's Five-Ash. This is a good kick. Is that going to bounce kindly for Ilalio? It is. Oh, that's unlucky. And now Stowers picks up the loose ball. That's unlucky for Ilalio.
It's an assist.
He and Vinnie Paul. It's a good kick too from Five-Ash, wasn't it?
Lovely, yeah, fantastic. In actual fact, it was a great kick. Good timing.
One of the Canterbury players has been left sprawled on the deck again. It's Waikato. Jethro Freeing probes in and around the ruck. Freeing plays on. That's a Portis as you offload the ball there. Waikato's picked that up. Here he comes, Clayton Waikato. Good surge. Now, he needs to get to his feet quickly, but that player is in. That's unfortunate for Canterbury, just when they need a bit of luck.
Really desperately needed that.
Sika it was who had cramp. Here's Paul.
Keep pumping, Vinny. Watch your next second row, right second row.
Lelio. Sleeves up nicely again, doesn't he? It's been excellent on this right wing for the Bulls. Plaskett. Penalty goes against the Stingrays that time. Kuia and Paulo, the players penalised for the visitors. Now, I'm struggling to think if Canterbury have been inside the 20 in this half, Richie. These first 14 minutes of the second half. Thomas dropped the ball. That is just criminal at this point.
Talk to me!
10 minutes. First set in this in the half. Not complete.
Yeah. And that was a rare chance for them to build pressure. Get back into this game.
Your head to the outside, guys.
Don't go early,
Good ball. It's really starting to hurt the Bulls. And it just adds that more weight to Stingrays to come back and test them.
That's a beautiful pass. Is Sika. Stowers a dummy half. Radic. Nicholas Halalio.
Kylie's down on the ground.
It's an excellent field position against all three tackles up their sleeve. Now that's a drop ball and it's going to be Canterbury's possession. So both teams guilty of just handling errors in the last couple of minutes. That was Jacob Paulo this time.
Extremely good tackle too. Vincent Paul coming underneath the ball.
Jacob Paulo, number 8 here, as I touched on earlier, a former teammate of Roger Tuivasa Sheks in Tahoe College first 13 back in 2011. Paulo has been around Australia for a little while, but again, one of these players that's come back during these COVID-19 times that we live in these days.
Having no New South Wales Cup to Warriors makes it very difficult.
Speaking of the Warriors, they kick off shortly, the women's team, in about 40 minutes. Looking forward to that one against the Bronco, and then just reminding you of those 2 games tomorrow to the Karana teams in action against Mid Central and Waikato respectively. Note that men's game is on Sky Sport 8 tomorrow afternoon, so a channel change from the women's match, which is on Sky Sport 4. Riley, here's Fa'atili. Really haven't been able to get Fa'atili into the game too much, have they? As Fiala has taken just a couple short of the halfway line now. Clayton Waikato again.
No, he made 10.
That's offside, that's offside.
We haven't seen Justin Lynch from that earlier injury either. They have lost Godfrey as well, the hard-working back rower. Last play now for the Bulls as Waikato gives it to Riley. And it's going to pop up for Smalley. Alfred Smalley and Ililio. Whereas from opposite sides of the field collide. Yeah, Smalley's come off second best.
Well, we haven't had much contact really for some time. As you mentioned before, Justin Lynch and Godfrey both off.
Although Lynch is just about to come back on now to end the game.
I think that's the tempo change I think the Bulls need at the moment.
And Smalley. Well, he's not moved. Let's have a look here. Oh, he just hit solid there in the hips. From Ilaleo, proof there that there's rocks in those hips. The big bustling right winger. Smalley is just not moved at all. Well, he is moving now, but
he's off.
He's
Switcher.
struggling. This is seeing a few changes made by the Canterbury team. Lynch is on. So that wind is still staying quite strong. It's very nice in terms of temperature, but as happens in Christchurch this time of the year, we get very warm conditions like this. The breeze is strong from the northwest off the mountains. Smalley now being helped off the field.
On a cricket, well.
Oh, it's a lovely run. Stowers is through. 2-on-1 situation. Stowers, well, he ran away from his support. Shoulder charge from Ilaleo doesn't work. And Waikato finally brings the Counties fullback to the deck. Here they come again, the Stingrays. Inside the 10. Friend to Radic. And Radic, it opens up. Can he get there? He's short. Henley offside, the Canterbury Bulls.
Radic's just not far of getting the try, is he? Squaring up the defence, he's just slicing through.
He's had a good game, hasn't he? He's back on now. After the injury to Smalley. And now Jacob Paulo set it up. Full set, Counties. 5 metres out. He put that extra nail in the coffin. Not going to get it to Dick. Or is he being held up over the line? What's it to be for Holani? Tackling is good and Toai. Now what's the referee going to rule there? Yes, he is going to rule. An incorrect play the ball. Never seen that before, Richie.
Never seen that before. Dummy half should have grabbed it. Waiting for it to be.
Let's go back to Stowers' run.
That was a lovely little late ball there. Stowers did great work here to get through. Look, Alex Todd coming through. Waikato come in for the cover defence.
They really need to score next, don't they, with 20 to play.
Take it down, fellas. Okay, boys, when you're ready, half. Play on.
Fa'atili.
Here we are. Oh, go, that's one.
It's back at dummy half as Riley shifts it to Waikato. So both dummy halves out there at the moment for Canterbury. Waikato now playing in the centres. Here's Alex Todd. And that's a strip. Yeah, it's a slight rule change between the international game and the NRL, which we see. Fa'atili rolls his sleeves up. His good meters being made by the youngster. Lynch, Plaskett. Canterbury needs something now. They need to strike, they need to score another penalty, that'll help. So that's 3 penalties in a row now against Counties. Plaskett gets another chance. Get inside the 20. Todd. Lynch is 5-ash. Couple of dummy runners. Vinnie Paul it is, crunched in midfield. Kylie and Radic. Read that one superbly. 5-ash to the line. Chanel Faila. It is. Slow play the ball from him. Lynch from dummy half. He's short. Last play now. Justin Lynch. Almost there for Canterbury. Riley, it's gone back. Here's the kick. The bounce is going to have to be perfect. It is for Zach Riley. Wow. The luck that Canterbury needed came.
Well, he chanced his arm, Riley. I didn't think that was going to work for him. Stowers at the back. Watch the ball bounce back straight in the arms of Riley. And a nice play, a timely play too. Right time of the game, with about 80 minutes to go. Look at this. Nice little chip over. Just short, just over the top of the head, and the bounce was so favourable.
21, come here.
So Zach Riley has scored the try, and in the meantime, this county's play here has been spoken to by the referee. It's number 21, Richard Holani. For something that happened perhaps after the ball, but no further action taken by the referee other than that speaking to. But Zach Riley, well, he's certainly not lacked effort in this game.
Yeah, he's an energizer, isn't he?
That's an important kick here for Mapu Uasi. Kicks this, he'll stay 100% for his goal-kicking stats in this game. And more importantly, get his team inside that 12-point margin. And he's done just that. So it's a 10-point game. And still not over here, folks. 17 minutes to play. Zach Riley, 21 years of age. And really, he had no right to score that try. Held up in the breeze and then, yeah, it's like he hauled in the big fish.
Absolutely. Certainly deserved it.
Canterbury need 2 more tries. Riley gives it to Alex Todd, the captain.
Up 21. Hold. Go.
Lynch is Ilalio. Charges into the line, always a great sight. Tito Ilalio, one of Canterbury's best. Here's Tongo Tongo, who's had trouble with his hands in this game. He's held on to the ball there, important. Riley, the try scorer. Out it goes to Fa'atili. Kais Fa'atili, close to the halfway line. Referees ruled an incorrect play the ball. Oh, that's going to hurt.
3 or 4 times now, you know, in good field position, an error. First or second tackle.
And not in a great field position. Anytime you give the opposition the ball inside your own half, it's just killer in a sport like rugby league. So Fa'atili turns the ball over, and now Counties with a full set. Can march right down into the red zone. Radic, nice and wide passing out to Makaile. CK's there, CK's right there. They might score here, CK! Good tackling coming in there from Wasi. Desperate times for Canterbury. Radic, Stowers, Paulo, the big ranging front rower. Friend the dummy half. Toy. Getting close again as Toy and
take it back and keep lunging forward. Just relax, 50. Just relax. That's 3.
Redditch. Here's the offload to Stowers. It's McKiley again. McKiley has been lost. And the referee's not going to play on.
It's going to be a scrum down. He's not to know what's happened. He's not.
Well, he's very unfortunate there.
Yeah.
It's not highly an offload.
It is accidental, that one.
Forward.
It's not intentional.
He's been dangerous on that left edge.
So it's going to be County's ball. It's touched on, a bit unfortunate there for the Bulls.
The ref was on the other side too, so
he hasn't intentionally picked it up. It's hit him, which is accidental offside, which is a scrum.
Canterbury need to hang on here.
Okay, pack it down, boys.
Absolutely imperative.
Wait,
have
half,
any chance in this game. They do, don't they? As Radic, tidy scrum, but comes Stinati. Now Stowers into the line.
7!
Only down to make the tackle. Keep it on the short side. Oh, it could be a try. It is a try. There is the try. It's McGee who's gone over. He hasn't seen much ball in the second half. And Dredden McGee, Tahu Leopards player, he's gone over. In fact, he's from the Howick Hornets. I'll have to wash my mouth out with soap, Richie. I'm sorry about that, being a Howick man.
well watched. Tahu man too. But it's a fantastic effort on that right edge. Unfortunately, for the only incident that Nicholas Evans has done is just coming off that line. And often with wingers, it's just that last-minute decision just draws you in sometimes.
Yeah, McGee's had some experience playing Queensland Cup last year. 4 games for Wynnum Manly, 2 tries. Back in New Zealand now. Wynnum Manly had a team in Brisbane. And this was good play from Counties. And a beautifully timed pass there from Wesley Tauti, back rower.
Late pass. Evans in no man's land.
So that really should make the game good as gold. And there goes the conversion attempt from Radic from the sideline. And that is waved away. So 32 points to 18. There's the score. And that one should be all good for Counties now. 11 to play.
Boys, I'm thinking perhaps someone just stay short on the 40 and someone go deep.
Here's another look at it. Tauti just drew in Evans with a lovely timed pass, didn't he?
Yep, nice overs play there. Just going to get in the outside second defender.
Yeah, thank you.
Radic takes it nice and clean. So Counties Monaco Stingrays looking like they are going to get off to a winning start here. And do a double for the Counties Monaco team today as Holani comes forward again. Well, no luck there for Justin Lynch.
No, wasn't very happy with that decision, was he?
Well, if he's bought a lotto ticket, he won't be winning tonight. Counties, remember, Counties Monaco Stingrays winning the women's game 66-0 earlier today. And that's been stone cold lost by McKiley.
It was only one converted try, isn't it, there for women's game?
Yes, that's right. Incredible. 16 tries, wasn't it? And only 1 conversion.
Well, you've got 10 minutes, really.
never lost it.
The balls to really sharpen up. Get some energy in. Finish the game off.
Plaskett, he's been a tireless worker again. Another hit up for him. Lynch. Riley to Fa'atili. Nice offload. Uasi, good position to gobble that one up.
Up now. Hold. Go, that's 3.
Waikato dummy half Fa'atili.
Up now, get your foot on the ball. Foot on the ball.
Lynch to 5 Ash. Fiala for Canterbury. A half to play. 14 points, the margin. Riley. Wobbly old kick now. Has that gone forward? Yeah, it's been lost forward there off Waikato. It's going to be Counties Manukau possession.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to find the rhythm. This game, stop and start errors. Kicking game hasn't been all that flash.
Wait, 13.
And most of all, the territory time with good ball has just been minimal.
Hold! Stand!
McGee dumped to the turf from Lynch. Radic, and strongly by Plaskett and Todd. Keep it on the right this time. It's a good strong run. Excellent run. Good 15 metres. Really puts Canterbury on the back foot again as Tuai slots into dummy half. It's a good run by Kuia in that previous hit up. Penalty this time. So pressure on the neck again. In the greater scheme of things, didn't look particularly serious, that one, Richie.
No. Start doing some wrestling moves. Some stretches. There's been a number of those, isn't it?
An attack here and really secure the game if they can score here.
Stand. Hold. Go, that's 1.
Toai at dummy half. Here's Holani, Richard Holani.
Up,
Toai, nice move. Oh, he's lost it. And away comes Waikato with the ball for the Canterbury Bulls. And there's a dangerous tackle by Counties players this time. Stop start in the second half. As we wind down these last 6 minutes, it's Fa'atili. Straight into Wesley Tauti. Good game on that right edge. Waikato have loved his endeavour too. Fast play the ball. Riley. And that's been dropped stone cold by 5 Ash. Disappointing again for Canterbury. They can't get out of their own half. Continually making errors like that. Friend waits at dummy half off Radic playing the ball. Here's Paulo. He's come into the game nicely in the second half. Radic. Nutty. 2 tries for Samuel Nutty. Friend again. Here's Radic. Friend. Here's a charge for the line, and it's another try to Counties. The big fella is over to seal the win for the Stingrays. 36-18, and they've come away nicely with Richard Holani in his second season for the Stingrays, getting his try.
Well, the place that they've won the game really around that middle third, shifting the ball around, nice variation around that ruck. You can just see here Jethro weighing up the options. Just took the right option at the right time with a big body like Alani. Good option.
Well, all in all, it's been a pretty solid effort from this Counties Manukau Stingrays team.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent hit out, considering they haven't had much game time.
Also feels like they've got more to give, Richie.
I think there's a lot more from both sides, actually. It's just cobwebs off. As you say, it's been an unusual couple of months, or the last 6 months, should I say.
You wouldn't read about it, would you?
No, we're not only talking sport, we're talking livelihoods as well. So
totally. Radic with the conversion.
He's been right on the button, hasn't he?
Excellent goal-kicking performance in tricky conditions for Drew Radic. That's 5 from 7 for Counties Manukau's goal kicker this afternoon. One more look at Halani. That's a good play from Friend, and he just hit Halani perfectly, didn't he?
Halani did an extremely good job just to come on. You know, when someone's scouring around and offering you the ball, well, you've just got to run the lines.
Well, watching on this game, I'm sure.
Lovely take.
Oh, yeah, superb.
It is a fantastic take.
He came off a mini track there. Watching on these will be two other teams, of course, Akarana and Waikato, who play each other tomorrow. Takanini. Looking forward to bringing you that game.
Yeah, I'm looking to see what sort of the Akarana side. Full of cup players.
Advantage Counties, advantage
Fa'atili can't regather the ball, and Stowles has got it. He's had an excellent game at fullback for Counties today. McGee has moved out to the wing after Smalley got injured.
Take the ball back. That's 0.
Here they come again. Fa'atili in there trying to make a dominant tackle on his opposite. Tauti playing the ball. Kuia.
12. Move.
Here comes Counties Manukau again, looking for more tries. Almost intercepted there by Paul. Referee's going to say play on. And Halalilo on this left edge, he's proved a handful again in that run. East player in this Counties lineup today. Charge for the line that Canterbury Bulls defence is backpedaling once more. It was Paulo. Friend, Counties look like they might be keen for another try. Still plenty of tackles for Counties. Beautiful passing. Here comes the try. Lovely play. Talty's over. That was one of the better tries of the afternoon for the Stingrays, and completes what will be a wonderful afternoon for the visitors.
Yeah, that was enterprising football. Post-line play, offloads, players running the correct lines. Talty's been fantastic again. Look at this, Jethro just eyeing up a situation. The ball wasn't the best, got outside. Look at that, inside ball, too easy.
So Wesley Tauti with another try for the Stingrays. That's their 5th in the second half, 8th in the game. And they really have streaked away from Canterbury. It was a 4-point margin at half-time. It's now a 24-point margin. So they've outscored the Canterbury team significantly in the second half. So the last act of the game is going to be this conversion from Drew Radic. And he's waved away. So 42-18 is the full-time score. Wonderful performance here from Counties Manukau to start the 2020 NZRL Premiership. A very good afternoon for them. An 8-try-3 win for Counties Manukau to have started off their campaign in 2020. Don't forget, we have 2 matches coming up tomorrow in the NZRL Premiership. We've got the 2 games tomorrow, but stand by for this one. It's going to be a really good game, this one, with the Warriors and the Broncos in the NRL Women's Championship coming up in just a moment. And then tomorrow, we're at Takanini for Akarana against Mid Central in the Sky Sport Women's National Premiership match. And that will be concluded by a channel swap to Sky Sport 8 when the defending champion men's team, the Akarana side, played Waikato. We hope you've enjoyed the double header here at Ngāpuniwai here in Christchurch today. It's victory for Counties in both matches. Counties winning the women's 66 points to 0, and then the men's over Canterbury 42 to 18.